We got the DMI hooked up behind the Challenger, and apparently that battery's no good because we got her on the jump starter. We're gonna give it a bunch of ether just to enrage people and get her fired up for the day. We'll do some ripping. We got our clapped out 2-track, and we are ripping dirt, man. Love to see it. Actually looks like dry dirt. We got our baby recliner just fits in here. This ground has come a long way since we first started working it up. I'm pulling this with ease. Granted, we're only going probably 10 inches down, but that was as deep as we could pull it last year on when we were pulling it. This field's been worked a few times, never ripped like this before. The deepest we've worked it is moldboard plowing. But yeah, I am moving with this thing. This pulls hard usually. This Challenger is ticket for backing up and turning with something like this or a planter. This thing's too much. Disc ripper. Well, we are trying to disc with this 30-foot disc, and it's still a little sticky. I'm gonna run it this wing up because it just keeps pushing mud. I am so frustrated with it. Got our little guy with us. So, yeah. Looks good though. Mixing up the bean residue anyhow. Well, I got tired pushing mud. Both these outside tires are out the bead, so the wings are dropping lower than they should, and that doesn't help. And then I got a broken turnbuckle here. Looks like somebody's tried to weld that before, so we'll take it off and go get her fixed up. Hopefully it dries out in a couple days. We'll keep ripping though. Somebody was using some 309 rod on that. Well, we'll grind her out and wire feed her. I'm back at the DMI. I just had to finish up this little field. So that'll be one chunk of ground done anyhow. Look at these big chunks on the headlands. We'll get some packed down. It's rough going across the ends, but Keela's got this piece done, so prep for sunflowers next year. So I was hoping for a big day in tillage today, but Dad rolled the cat off, or the track off the cat. Zipper link bolts broke on the other side. We did the opposite side last year, maybe the year before, but so now we got to fix that. So he's using the cat to clean up a bunch of this old pasture. This is an old farmstead, and we've never done this field before. And yeah, there's the cat, but there's this trash everywhere. It's kind of an old farmstead, and like I said, and they had junk everywhere, but he's clearing her back to this woods line. There's a well in there, so he left that. But I brought the skid loader up here so we can try and get that track on and get him back rolling. So there's a bunch of foundations and stuff. That was where the old house was in there. You see some concrete there. So I guess we're gonna have to farm around this woods island. You see there's a bunch more field back there. And yeah, his goal is to get like those little popple trees pushed back. And anyhow, here's the cat. And like I said, we had to do this on the same side, or the other side, sorry. We'll have to drill them bolts out. Not gonna be fun. Probably just drill them out right there before we worry about getting the thing lifted back up and around. Should pull itself ahead on this track. We'll start the back end going up around. Be nice if we could put it together like right in the middle, or maybe on the drive sprocket. So, like I said, we never did this field before. All our other fields are right here, but the landowner wanted it put back into productive farmland. The other operator who was doing it just cut hay off of it year after year after year. Didn't put anything back down in the ground. So we're gonna try and turn it around. So that's why they broke?
Yeah, it climbed. It climbed over the sprocket because the pitch was wrong.
Okay.
And a guy told me, he says somebody heated these up and they burned the sealed and lubricated seal out of there, and then it went run dry.
Yeah, the rest of the rails are pretty new.
Yeah.
You know, they look really good.
Right, because they're tight on the pin yet.
Yeah.
But the bushing is.
We were worried about that when we did the other side.
Right. I got that.
All right, we got them all drilled to the bottom.
There's some there.
Grass will burn today.
Yep, we're gonna burn up the cat.
So that one didn't go, but this one moves. All right, we got 2 out of 4 going. That one we had even bigger easy out in, and we just twisted the easy out, so we'll have to drill that one all the way out.
Maybe even retap it if we have to.
And probably retap. Last time we did this, we had to torch all 4 of them out and retap them. But that was on the other side.
You're right.
Wasn't this one. Cool. 2 out of 4. Surgical. One's looking better. This one's full of slag. We melted that one out pretty good. You can see threads in there. Now we gotta tap, well, at least the 2 we melted out. Okay, so if you remember this one, we had to melt out. This one came out, this one came out. This one I busted a couple easy outs off in and melted that one out. We got them all chased. So now we got to start getting the track back on. Dad went back home to get the pad bolts. I got to take that off and get the track tension backed off. Alright, we gotta loosen that grease bung and she should come back. Alright, we got that grease bung loose. Doesn't look like it went, well, maybe it's moving. I thought maybe I'd have to come push on it with the skid loader tying. I think you need some pressure on it to suck back in. So I took the skid loader tying, pushed that back, as you can see, and got no more shiny stem. Squished all the grease out in there somewhere. Yeah, I think I might try and hook a chain there and get it pulled over the mid roller, but I don't want it up on the sprocket then, because then when we run the cat ahead, it'll just push itself back off. So if I could just get that zipper link draped over that mid roller, would be in good shape. I tried to set it up there with the tines, but the weight of the track just wanted to keep pulling it back. I went to fire the cat up and I came over here and the battery cable was like that. Pulled out of there, so I'll have to do something about that. Not very good videoing skills, but we got to start on the sprocket kind, and I pushed up while he drove the cat ahead. Okay, maybe hold it there. All right, I think I can lift that up. Get her plunked on there. So we are pulling the track, one end of the track, way ahead with the skid loader chain, and then we got our cable ran up to the and we got our zipper link is dang near in there. It took us about 5 hours, wouldn't you say?
That one's loose.
We got it back together.
Yeah, it's loose right
We just
there.
gotta tighten her up. We'll move her. So we hauled her to the shop and welded that zipper link once we got her back going. When we're back at the disc, I'm gonna blow these tires back on the beads, and I got my turnbuckle fixed, so we'll put that back on. This is the best farmer trick I've ever learned. Watch out! For some reason it didn't stay on the bead. Not enough air with this little compressor, probably. Well, I could not blow the other one on the bead. It was kind of rolled over and stuff. Must have been flat for a while. So I'll bring a new tire back in the morning from the shop and we'll get her going then.